In a world filled with voices claiming to speak for God, how do you know who truly does? Deception wears many faces, even the face of a prophet. Today, we uncover the signs of a false prophet so you can stand firm in truth and not be led astray. Test the spirits, for many false prophets have gone out into the world. 1 John chapter 4:1. Signs of a false prophet. 1. They prophesy from their own delusions. Then the Lord said to me, the prophets are prophesying lies in my name. I have not sent them or appointed them or spoken to them. They are prophesying to you false visions, divinations, idolatries, and the delusions of their own minds. Jeremiah 14:14. The false prophet will often prophesy from their own imagination. However, because they know how to do it so well, if you are not careful, you can fall victim to them. Without discernment, many times you can't tell the difference. Another thing to be careful of is the false prophet who prophesies only what you want to hear. They may even prophesy things that the people will agree with. This happened in Israel, and this happens today. 2. What they say does not come true. You may say to yourselves, how can we know when a message has not been spoken by the Lord? If what a prophet proclaims in the name of the Lord does not take place or come true, that is a message the Lord has not spoken. That prophet has spoken presumptuously, so do not be alarmed. Deuteronomy 18:21-22. The great litmus test for anyone who claims to be a prophet of God, a simple one. Did what they say come true? This was true in biblical times, and it is true today. By the way, the punishment in the Old Testament for being a false prophet was death. But a prophet who presumes to speak in my name anything I have not commanded, or a prophet who speaks in the name of other Mosaites, is to be put to death, Deuteronomy 18:20. Clearly, this is not something God takes lightly, especially because of the influence these people usually can have. 3. They lead people away from Christ. If a prophet or one who foretells by dreams appears among you and announces to you a sign or wonder, and if the sign or wonder spoken of takes place, and the prophet says, let us follow other gods, gods you have not known, and let us worship them, you must not listen to the words of that prophet or dreamer. The Lord your God is testing you to find out whether you love him with all your heart and with all your soul. It is the Lord your God you must follow, and him you must revere. Keep his commands and obey him. Serve him and hold fast to him. Deuteronomy 13:1-4. This might be led you to believe this false prophet is true. However, the real motive eventually comes out. This prophet would then turn and encourage people to follow other gods and worship them. This is why time and patience are wonderful gifts when you are dealing with anyone who declares themselves a prophet. Time is necessary because it will eventually reveal the motives of the heart. Patience is required to see if what they say comes true. 4. They say what people want to hear. For the time will come when people will not put up with sound doctrine. Instead, to suit their own desires, they will gather around them a great number of teachers to say what their itching ears want to hear. 2 Timothy 4:3. 5. They teach a doctrine other than Christ. But there were also false prophets among the people, just as there will be false teachers among you. They will secretly introduce destructive heresies, even denying the sovereign Lord who bought them, bringing swift destruction on themselves. Many will follow their depraved conduct and will bring the way of truth into disrepute. In their greed, these teachers will exploit you with fabricated stories. 2 Peter chapter 2:1-3. 6. They use tricks to pull people in. At that time, if anyone says to you, look, here is the Messiah, or there he is, do not believe it. For false messiahs and false prophets will appear and perform great signs and wonders to deceive, if possible, even the elect. See, I have told you ahead of time. Matthew 24:23-25. If you found this message helpful or thought-provoking, consider supporting the channel by liking this video, sharing it with friends who may benefit, and subscribing for more insightful content. Your comments and discussions below help grow our community and bring valuable perspectives to the conversation. Stay engaged, stay curious, and let's continue exploring these important topics together.